Hello. So today we want to talk about solving quadratic equation using the completing the square method. And before we talk about the method, there's something very important you need to understand about completing the square method. And that is why we are going to take this example. What should be added to x squared plus 6x to make the expression a perfect square? So you have x squared plus 6x. What are we going to add to make it a perfect square? Okay. Now, you already know examples of perfect square. 9 is a perfect square because I can write 9 as 3 raised to power 2. 25 is a perfect square because 25 can be written as 5 raised to the power of 2. Even 144 is a perfect square because 144 is written as 12 raised to power 2. But this time around, we don't have just a number. We have a letter and a number. And this is an expression. So we want to find out what we are going to add to it to make it a perfect square. That is, assuming what we add to it is, let's say, k, we are simply saying that what will be the value of k that will now make x squared plus 6x plus whatever value of k to be a perfect square. To go about this, to find out what k will be, there are 3 steps that you need to follow. So the steps. Number 1, you identify the coefficient of x. What is coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is the number in front of x right now, attached to x. So in this case, it is plus 6. Okay, take note of that. Then the second step is you need to do half of the coefficient of x. So that means we are going to do half of 6. Half of 6 will give us 3. Then the last step is we need to square the result, meaning the result we got in step 2, we are going to square it. So if I do 3 square, I'm going to get 9. So the number I'm going to add to x squared plus 6x to make it a perfect square will be plus 9. The 9 I got here, this 9, is what I'm going to add to x squared plus 6x to make the expression a perfect square. So x squared plus 6x plus 9 is a perfect square. How do I know it's a perfect square? I know because I can express it in form of a square, just the way we could express 9 in form of 3 square, 25 in form of 5 square. So I can also do the same for x squared plus 6x plus 9. All I have to do is I'll open brackets, as you can see, then I'll put x here, since the alphabet we are talking about here, or the letter we are talking about here, is x. Then I'll go to step 2. Remember step 2. What did we get as our result in step 2? 3. So I'm going to put plus 3. Plus because it is plus 3 that we got in step 2. Then I'm going to put square. So what this simply means is that x squared plus 6x plus 9 is the same thing as x plus 3 all squared, just the way 25 is the same thing as 5 squared. 25 is a perfect square. The same thing can be said about x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay, on your own, you can even check. If you find out what x plus 3 all squared will give you, you will discover that when you expand or when you open the brackets, x plus 3 all squared is going to give you x squared plus 6x plus 9. I want you to try that on your own. Okay? Try it on your own. Okay? Our next example is going to focus on how to solve quadratic equation using the method of completing the square. Okay? Because we are going to be applying what we just did to our next example.